Hey there, hope you're doing well. So, today we commemorate two great figures, one from the distant past and one from a much more recent past. Both, though, reflect for me this idea of vocation. Today is the feast of St. George. And when I realized that, I was really pumped because it reminded me of my recent opportunity to be part of a pilgrimage to the Holy Land this past January. And there were images of St. George everywhere there, in icons in churches and in souvenir shops, images of St. George etched into stones that were part of people's houses. There were churches and monasteries that were named after him. He was literally everywhere. We don't have many solid facts about the life of St. George, although his legend about fighting and defeating the dragon that was devouring people has become one of the most iconic and celebrated legends that we have of any of the saints. Legend also tells us that George was a member of the Roman army and was martyred for refusing to denounce his Christian faith, giving his life for the faith that meant so much to him. For this reason, St. George is venerated as a protector and as a model for Christians who are experiencing marginalization and persecution in the Middle East. Today is also a day that we remember Cesar Chavez, who died 27 years ago today. So for those of you who don't know, Chavez was a Mexican-American labor organizer who dedicated his life to helping people that were farm workers, people that were migrants. Those are two interconnected and often marginalized communities. His work was deeply influenced by his Catholic faith, and he was firmly committed to nonviolence in his work and in his life. So what strikes me about both of these figures from our past, St. George and Cesar Chavez, is the fact that they both found something that was worth giving their life to. For St. George, he literally gave his life for his faith, dying as a martyr. For Chavez, he gave his life trying to bring the message of the gospel to light in our economic, social, and political structures so that these things might value human beings over profits. Both of these figures found creative, concrete ways of responding to their experience of God's love in their lives, which is what the vocation of every baptized Christian is. Our search for our vocation really wrestles with the question of what is it that is worth me giving my life to? And so that's the question that I pose to you today. What is it that you hope to give your life to? What are the things that are most important to you? Obviously, these are huge questions and they take time and discernment to answer. But I hope that reflecting on these questions today can be a start for you for being able to answer these questions for yourself. So, in the meantime, stay well, and I'll see you later.